Why do people love Dublin, Ohio, and what the heck is CORNHENGE?
Hold up, now do what you do, get loud, go ahead, get loose, get down to business, tell everyone, nothing's off limits, you can have anything you want.
Hey guys, Andy Howell here, local real estate agent in Columbus, Ohio. In today's video, we're gonna be taking a dive into Dublin, why people love it, why it's one of the top cities in Central Ohio. Please stick around for the end of the video because in the honor of Halloween, I'm gonna tell you our very own ghost story about Dublin. But before we get into the video, please reach down, hit that subscribe button. We've been making great videos about Columbus, what it's like to live here, what you can expect if you're moving here. So for as long as I can remember, growing up as a kid, Dublin has been one of the spots to come to in Columbus. I grew up about 45 minutes west of here, a little town called Urbana. My parents would bring me over here. Whenever we'd go to Columbus, we always came to Dublin. Part of that was because it was on the west side of Columbus and it just made sense to come there. But the other reason is everything was here. You've got the zoo, you've got all this great shopping, you've got great restaurants. I can remember as a kid, different location now, but coming to Wyandotte Lake, it's now Zumbizi Bay, but coming to Wyandotte Lake and enjoying everything that Dublin had to offer. So Dublin today is, as you can see right behind me, there's a ton of activity here. Didn't always start out that way. This community was founded in 1802, but it really started getting some momentum about 1810 when John Sells and John Shields named Dublin after their hometown of Dublin, Ireland. So back then, this was largely a farming community, a rural community. The old town square was just across the bridge here in historic downtown. It really remained a farming rural community until the 1970s. What happened then is Columbus put in the 270 outer belt, and quickly following that, Jack Nicklaus came in and developed Muirfield Golf Village, which, if you don't know, one of the top PGA events is held at Muirfield every year. So following them quickly in the mid-70s were Ashland Chemical, Wendy's is headquartered here. You've got Cardinal Health, and today many of these are still the top employers. Top employers in Dublin are Nationwide, Cardinal Health, Ohio Health, and Dublin City Schools. So the 70s was really a point of change for Dublin with all these people and companies coming to the area. So today, I'm right across from Bridge Park, which is a new awesome development here right across the river, the Scioto River from Old Town Dublin. I just love the mix of how Dublin expands. I mean, you've got historic district over here. There's plenty of places on the National Historic Registry over here, alongside new development. I mean, you can go over here and find the little, the dry limestone fences bordering the properties. And what a tasteful way to expand. So today, and pretty much the last 40 or 50 years, Dublin has been one of the top neighborhoods, districts, communities in Columbus because it has the best schools in Columbus, first of all. So that makes it great for families. Plenty of people here in the area own their own homes, so it creates an area of stability. They know they can develop a community around schools, develop social ties through maybe some of the kids' parents who, you know, they all become friends. That's how it works when you get a little bit older. So those are some top reasons. Also, the area features nearly 1,000 acres of parks and open space, over 70 different parks in the area, about 100 miles of scenic bike trails. So this area is super convenient and easy to get anywhere in Columbus. I can be sitting here and short of maybe 5:30 or so on a weekday, can get anywhere in Columbus within about 20 minutes. That is fantastic. So speaking about parks, if you're in the area, be sure to hit the Glacier Ridge Metro Park, one of my top favorite metro parks in the area. What I love about it is there's an obstacle course there. So a couple years ago, my wife and I training for these obstacle course races. We just take the whole family out there. Adults do the obstacle course. Kids can play across the road at the natural playground. It is, check it out. And then lastly, there's like no crime here. So Dublin, just all crime, 65% lower than the national average, and violent crime, nearly 90% lower. What family wouldn't want the combination of great schools, low crime, great access to the city, great jobs? So community activities. I mentioned the Muirfield Golf Course. Well, every year in May or June, the Memorial Tournament happens, which draws in a ton of people. If you get the chance to go watch the Memorial Tournament in person, do that. There's also all the 4th of July festivities and parades here in Dublin. You got the Dublin Irish Festival where, let's be honest, there's not that many Irish people here in Dublin, but for a few days every year, everyone's Irish. There's also the St. Paddy Days Parade, which is a great draw. Just all these different community activities and programming to kind of do this with the community, bring everybody in, and everybody can get to know each other, so love it. Dublin is a big area though, so we're not really gonna get into the different neighborhoods per se today. We'll do subsequent videos where we take a deeper dive into that. Where we are right now, we are in what's called the city center. So as I mentioned, and we'll go over historic Dublin, right off of 161, on the west side of the river, and then the new city center, Bridge Park. You got a mix of brand new townhomes and historic homes. And there's restaurants, there's bars, tons to do in this area. One of the things I'm most excited about here in Bridge Park is the second North Market. If you watch some of our other videos, you know that the North Market is downtown. I used to go there almost every day, get Vietnamese noodle salad bowls. I hope they have this place here because I'll be hitting that up as well. Also, something not to be missed here in downtown Dublin, right across on the west side of the river is the new library. Right behind me, this is the library I've been talking about. What you see behind me is the result. Pretty slick architecture. 42,000 square feet though, that's huge. It's a lot of square footage. Go check it out, it is awesome. Some of the other areas, just painting a broad brush, one of the fastest growing areas is actually going to be Jerome Township. So think the northwest corner of Dublin, which is the northwest part of Columbus. But out there, you've got really anytime you go west or north from Dublin here, it's farmland. So great area to expand. There are woods, there's some nice undulation, but tons of new communities out here. You can buy a new house anywhere between the mid to upper 300s, all the way up over $1 million, depending on what you're looking for. Tons of different options though, and bike paths and everything you're looking for. Another area is the sawmill area. So that sawmill area is the area that I went to as a kid. It's been established, it's been there for a long time. There's tons of shopping, strip malls and stuff up and down Sawmill. There is an absolutely huge Whole Foods over there, like 75,000 square feet. So if you like Whole Foods, you like good food as much as I do, check that one out. Great amenity for the community. Houses in this area, you can get a better deal on Sawmill, around Sawmill, especially kind of near the airport. But in general, the OSU airport that is, but in general, homes here are gonna be $200,000 to $400,000. You will get the odd home that's up over $1 million, but some other areas you have are Perimeter Drive in the Muirfield area. Muirfield Golf Course. This is the whole community that has developed around the Muirfield Golf Course around there. This is luxury living for the most part, luxury golf course living. There's several celebrities here in Columbus that live in Muirfield Golf Club. You've got Urban Meyer, you've got Jason Day, you've got Jack Hanna. Shout out to Jack Hanna, the great job he's doing, and his team at the Columbus Zoo, and several Columbus Blue Jackets players, so highly desirable area. Another area that's kind of on the cusp of Dublin, but is still considered Dublin, is that Tuttle Crossing area. So Tuttle Crossing was a mall built, I think like the 90s sometime. There's affordable housing here too. Dublin City Schools. It's gonna feel more suburban and everything. Yeah, I'll keep it brief with the individual neighborhoods right now, but in general, Dublin, what you can expect here is kind of a sparse suburbia. Not to say it's boring, there's tons of nightlife, there's tons of things to do, but you're gonna have a little more space here. Your lots are gonna be a little bit bigger. You are going to have, like I said, those 1,000 acres of parks and open space, 100 miles of bike trails. So this is CORNHENGE, kind of weird, right? Field of corn, they call it. If you look it up on a map, Field of Corn. So this is a sculpture, obviously. Hybridization of Dublin meant that it was traditionally an agricultural area. Things are changing, it's becoming more of the big city. So rural and city are hybridizing, hybrid corn. That was the inspiration. And if you notice, they're all lined up and they're all this like kind of limestone color too. Well, apparently, if you've ever seen Arlington Cemetery, Terry, there's all these crosses, soldiers that have given up their life, and they're all lined up like this. So part of the inspiration was to make the color the same as the Arlington Cemetery for the, I guess, the death of the farming community that Dublin once was. So anyway, that's CORNHENGE. If you're driving down France Road and you're wondering what this is, that's what it is. So I'm right here. I promised you guys a ghost story. Let's talk about Leatherlips. I'm in Scioto Park, right in front of a statue dedicated to the Wyandotte chief Leatherlips. Legend has it that he put a curse on the Muirfield area when that golf club was developed. I don't know how that curse came down, because there's a little bit of issue with timing, you know, these things happening at totally different time periods. But legend has it, he put a curse on the tournament, and that is why it rains there every year. I have my own ghost story about Leatherlips though. As a college student, I got the opportunity to go out to the Muirfield golf tournament and work one of the pop-up pro shops. My job was to guard it, basically, so nobody stole anything. Well, I'm getting taken out there at night, because we had to stay overnight, and the supervisor taking me out there informs me that this particular hole had the curse of Leatherlips. And I was freaked out. You know, your mind plays tricks on you at night. So I was out walking around, you know, flashlight, alone at night, can see nothing but other trees, and walnuts fall. And I was on a dead sprint back to the tent. So anyway, thanks to Leatherlips, made for an exciting night. If you or anybody you know are looking to move to Dublin or Columbus in general, we love helping people, and we help people every week that are relocating here. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, shoot me an email, a text, give me a call. Love to hear from you. Drop a comment below, and thank you so much for watching, guys.